And now we have to, let's see, oh, we've got there's a cogwheel there, it goes on a pin, so that's handy. That there, that, it won't be one-sided. Oh, it is. There's a, oh no, no it isn't. No, it's not handed. There's a recess. There's a recess that side. Sorry, I was out of shot then. There's a recess that side, you can see, I think. And that goes down, but there's one that side as well, so it's not handed, so we're alright there. And that goes on and that drives the camshaft. And that's your crankshaft, this bit here. And that's your connecting rod with a big end on it, and you've got to undo those two bolts now. So I'll put the camera that way, but I might have to have my hand on it. We'll see in a moment. It looks like the 10s, aren't they? No, they're smaller. They're smaller. Must be the smallest one. We'll get right in a minute. I should know the size of it. That's the one. Right, again, just wipe my hands, else you get galled up tools. So just have a piece of cloth and wipe your hands. I don't mind getting my hands dirty, but look how clean that is inside. I can't believe that. As I said, the engine's done nothing. You know, it's absolutely perfect, it is. Right, so again, what you do, you just tighten this a fraction, just a fraction, because they will be right, like that, and you'll get a feel of how tight, and they don't want to be very tight at all, because if you're not very careful you can break these off. So you loosen those and they're little more than finger tight by the look of it. I'm just got to go around a little bit with that to give me room. There we are. Yeah, that one was a little tighter than the other one, but oh, there'll only be, I don't know, probably 11 foot-pound torque, something like that. Not very much at all, 11 to 15 I'd imagine. And I'm assuming it's a plain bearing on the crankshaft, but we'll find out in a moment. Let's see, that one's tightish for some reason, this one isn't. So I can take this one out. Sorry my hand's in the way, but there's no real, you're not missing anything. You're just unscrewing these two bolts out it's called the big end, the connecting rod big end. The other end's the little end. I mean, it's quite simple, isn't it, when you think about it? It's quite logical, you know. But you see, engineers will know this, and it will be second nature. Sorry, I'm showing you a bolt, I don't know why I'm doing that. Engineers will of course know this, and they won't even, you know, they'll say, well, no, doing that, it's obvious, you know, but it's not obvious to someone that hasn't done it. Just as for me, for instance, you know, if you talk about something I've never done, well, it's not obvious at all. You know, things that other people know, I don't. Anyway, we're coming off. But so rather than stop the video and do it, I won't do it in one. Pity the phone rang and then stop for nothing, because that's annoying. But anyway, these things happen. I'm just trying to keep going. Right, I might not. I am going to have to stop the video. I can take this out. I should be able to take this out. Normally what you do is you just put that in there and do it. That's it, come off. Anyway, now this is what I want to show you. Alright. There's no shells, they're just plain bearings. Can you see that? Look at that, it literally is like new. It's new. It's new, not like new, it's new. Now when you'll buy a new conrod. If you recondition the engine, you'll buy a new conrod, and they're the bearings that run on the big end, that push the piston up and down. And look at that, and you can't get them wrong, because that has got a slot in it and that one hasn't. See, that one's plain and that one has got a slot in it. You can't get on the wrong way around. So that's alright. Now we have to push the piston up. Well, we can do that anyway, but the easiest way is if you pop that on there and turn that round to the top. It pushes the piston out so far. Oh, we can't go enough to get that. Oh, we can. Right, now that crankshaft will pull out. There we are, look at that. I'll leave that there because that cap's okay. Right, there's crankshaft. And so what happens is it spins round, and as you can see, that journal there, your big end journal, it goes round and it pushes the piston up and down. It really is as simple as that. And, you know, all these engineers say, oh bloody hell Mark, get on with it. But yeah, you know, one or two people won't know. Like I say, you can see how an engine works, and they'll tell you how engines work, the 4-stroke engines, but they don't show you the actual internals. Or not what I've seen. If you can find one, please post me it, because I'd like to see it. So there we are, that goes round like that. And the connecting rod, which is this piece, I can show you better now. There, that's the connecting rod connected to the piston, and it pushes up and down. So now we can show you the piston because we take it out. So what we do, just get to the end of a hammer and push it. There we are, and the pistons come out. Right, yeah, you're on. We're all right. There we are. Now, look at that. A lovely little connecting rod and nice little piston. See? It's fairly clean. There's hardly anywhere on it at all. You know, nice little connecting rod. And it goes that way. Side play on that, but no play on it, obviously. No, nearly new. Nearly new. So the beauty of this, it won't need any cleaning whatsoever. I can't really understand what is... That one's got a circlip in, and that side doesn't appear to. I don't know how they've done that. They could have drilled that slightly smaller, so that it only goes in so far. But there's a circlip in that side, so I'll just wipe that and we'll take that off. Now we've got the engine builder's nightmare, the piston rings, because they've been used. Luckily they're not very used, and they're not pegged. But taking piston rings off, oh, it's a nightmare. It really is. They break. And remember, I'm trying to do this engine for nothing, and if this breaks, it's well, it's disaster. You know, I'm going to have to get another one and find it. Anyway, first of all, get the connecting rod off. So I'll just wipe my hands once again, wipe this a bit, just get a bit of the oil off it. You don't normally do this, you just, as I said, when you put a new piston in, the idea is, if you have the engine rebored, or hopefully it's alright, and then you just buy a new piston, you know, that's the way. But anyway, what you do, take the rings off, and they should come off without breaking, hopefully. You have to ruin your thumbs, put that on there, and you just pull it very slightly, like this, and squeeze it over, just get it wide enough to come off, but no wider, and they shouldn't break. But I'm being very gentle with it, because if one of these breaks, well, we are in trouble. There we are, we've got that one off okay, that's something. The other thing is, when you put them in, to get them back in again, as you can see, they're a lot bigger than the bore is. The piston's slightly loose, but they're a lot bigger than the bore. So what you get is a ring clamp. And I'm actually going to borrow one. You can use a can, you know, a tin can that's the same diameter with the smooth side, and just put a tourniquet around it, you know. And what all you do is, you get your engine and get the bore, and your piston goes in like that, and you slide it in like that with this tin can on the top, like that, and you squeeze the rings together, and then, oh, I've got to lift it up slightly, sorry. You squeeze the rings together and then just give it a tap and it slides in. But again, as I say, because I'm seriously trying to do this project for not once without spending 1 penny, and I've got access to a proper ring clamp. I mean, it would be silly not to use it, wouldn't it? But it's best to go and borrow one, of course. But there are ways around it, and one way, as I say, is just to get a drinks can and do that.